Hi guys, and welcome back to the final part 25 of the Lunak build. The end of 6 months, isn't it? So all you guys who have been watching, following along, brilliant. Still a little detail to do, and that is the cockpit and pilot. So if you watched the last video, you'd have seen the pilot's head being painted by Mark Croucher. It's me. And so now we're going to get on with the cockpit details. So I've made a start. I've stuck the pilot down onto a base. I cut his legs off and lengthened them again. They were too short. 3D printed pilot. The pilot, as you can tell, he's got rather a big head for his body. But when it's all in the cockpit, you really don't notice, to be honest. But again, if you watch the last video, you'll know why I've got a smaller body. And I wasn't going to ditch Mark's head because it's fantastic. So I'm going to go with that. So I've also printed up a seat. So that's ready to go. I've stuck a magnet on the back and a magnet on Mini Me's back. So it sort of holds it a little bit in place. And now this is just ready for painting now, which my wife's going to have a go at. I've left the arm off for a minute because it gives her a chance to get in there. So when it's painted up, I can stick the hand on holding the joystick. So that's that. So I'll just bring you a little bit closer. You can see what I'm thinking of doing. Oh, I've got a chocolate biscuit with a cup of coffee. It's that Friday feeling, and it is Friday today. Okay, so I've got the battery sitting in there so as I can get this at the right angle. So that sits in there, but I don't like the sides. So I'm going to clad them. I had a bit of 16th just now. I thought, well, 16th, let me show you. 16th is nice and flexible, and it'll go between the, I could go on top. No, then I'm going to have a gap. Just got to go inside of the formers. I've dug out a bit of 8 to do it, but maybe 16th would be better because I'll finish it flush with the top. As I'm going to see the formers anyway, it doesn't really matter if it's 8th or 16th. I've got a piece of 3/32. I've got lots of 3/32. It's an odd size, it doesn't get used much, so this could be ideal. But this is quite a soft piece, so it's going to flex. Let's cut the first piece over in the back there and see how we go. So I may as well take it further down. No reason not to. It tightens up as it goes down. I'm going to glue that in there. Probably just CA it down the sides will do. So I'm going to cut them all, guys, and glue them in. Then I'll come back and you can see how I've got on. Nice and soft. There we go. I'm happy with that. I've just run a little bit of yellow paint along the top edge, and then later on I'll just paint the inside a little bit and make it look nice. I've painted all the sides inside now. I've added a tow hook release handle down on the dash there, because the one I put on the dash originally I caught and broke off. It's really delicate, so this one's out of the way, it's spring loaded, and it should work lovely if it were full size. Okay, so I've painted the floor and the seats covered. Where are we? There it is. And that just clips under a bar at the front. Let me just put the cockpit on. Like that. And it doesn't look too bad. Running out of things to do on the fuselage now. It's just for a bit of fun, guys. Here's the printed pilot, painted pilot I should say. Mrs. H has done a resplendent job, and just for a bit of fun I've printed out some Dartmoor Slope Soaring Club miniature badges. I'm hoping that this will stick to his chest. And I should have printed out on white paper. I've just noticed I've printed out on clear, but I'm not going to worry about that. How about that? So now I'm going to give the whole model a coat of clear lacquer, matte. I'll put a bag over what Mark's already made for me. So let's just pat that down. Yeah, that went on lovely. Look at that. He reminds me of somebody out of Thunderbirds or something. Okay. Yeah, that went on really nice. I've got a couple more bits. I've got a map holder with mesh inside. That's going to hold my map against the side of the body. It's just make sure you can see. That's going to go up there somewhere. That's holding the map. And here's a map of Southwest England. I'm going to slip in there. And I've also got a walkie-talkie, airband style, and a little holder I printed out. Sal's painted up for me. So that will go in there like that, and I'll pop that on the side somewhere as well. I think that's come out really lovely. Look at that. It's got a little green face, and that'll just sit on there. I'll probably have to put a bit of blue tack in the bottom or something to stop it dropping out when I loop. First thing, connect up the wing joining steels. Right, start with starboard wing. I'll take it to there, I'll put the port wing on, now I push against them then. Whew, looking magnificent. Right, what I'm going to do is to switch to the hat cam now. First of all, let me tell you, I've got 517 gigabytes of recording, not including this recording, and about 100 hours of video editing or filming I've edited, and been worth it. I think 6 months time it's taken me. So the CG is there, just a little bit nose heavy, which is good. Sooner fly nose heavy than tail heavy. The sunbursts come out really nice. The model itself weighs £7 with the nose weight in, which is a little bit more than the original one, but I don't mind. I've just picked this off the floor. This is to mount my Mobius camera in, which I'm filming with right now. But if we take the cockpit off, you can see the install now as well, but the Mobius camera will fit. Let's just slide that off of there. Magnets. Mobius camera will fit inside here. That magnet will hold it down. I've had to move my magnetic switch, which was just under here. Not switching off, but so the Mobius camera can mount there, and I can swivel it around to my heart's content. And if I want to, which I will do, I'll take Mini Cliff out, Mini Me, and I'll mount that facing forward like that. So now you're going to have a nice view of the cockpit instruments. And if you want to see what that view looks like, I'll just cut to it now. I'd have had to take the pilot out to get this shot, but it's okay. So you'll see that when it's flying. Hopefully you won't see me, which is pretty neat. Put mini me back in. We'll have a quick look at the controls. They're switched on with the magnetic switch, which I keep just here, stuck to the... Just put that down there. Instantly it's alive. Might be... There we go, a swamp in it there. So... Oh, do you know what? I forgot to plug in the... Well, this is a good test, isn't it? Because I've actually forgotten to plug in the aileron wires, which I guess I would have done anyway with the central spring to hold them together. Apparently these electronic servos do make a buzzing noise, so I'm not too worried. Here are the controls. We've got rudder, elevator, ailerons, right, left, more up than down, and you won't be able to see this, I doubt, but the release for the toe. I've got some dirt on there, LT cut off, and the air brakes. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, so on throttle, shutting the throttle on a power model, you'd automatically just release the throttle to land. I've also coupled the rudder in, about 20% I think of the throw. So there we are. Let's just turn that off, stop the buzzing. I'll put that in there. I'll put that there so as I always have it on me. So there we have it. Letov LF-107 Lunak. 1947 to present day. What a build it's been. It's been a long build, but quite a pleasant build. I think I'm not about to build another one anytime soon. It's been a lot of work. Short moment arm, supposed to be good for aerobatics, loops. If it does a roll, I should be pleased. Hopefully the wings will take the stresses. There's the wheel underneath. Very nice. Colour match in this. I think the bottom probably didn't get as much yellow spray as the top. Doesn't look quite as yellow. So, Pete Carpenter helped me out with the cockpit glazing. So, thanks Pete for that. Club members for advice on electronics, and especially advice from Vario Master, exactly what to pick up. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you in there, I've got a Vario. Actually, we didn't activate the Vario. Let's do that now. We got Vario on this switch here. And before you, there we go. Before
before I start flying, I need to cancel the Vario, or I should say reset telemetry. Second screen, so there we are. So I'm getting 11.46 volts back from the battery pack. I've got 3S2200 in there, and altimeter is trying to go down. So let's just lift it up and down and see if that works okay. Should do. I can switch, and that's Vario, and it also reads out the height. So first of all, let's just lift it up. So 1.2 meters up. And if I go to the Vario, you'll hear it go up. Don't know if you can hear that. Turn the volume up. Don't know if you heard that, but that's the Vario working, which will be really useful. It also tells me the maximum height I reached. It's all clever stuff. Turn that off. We'll turn the just hold the magnet on the magnetic switch. You might just see it shining blue down the side there. It's flashing, and the receiver's lights on and the Vario lights on. I'll just hold that there for a second. And there you go. It is off. Okay guys, so there it is. All those that watched it from the beginning, thank you very much indeed for following along. And it's been quite a journey, but a great winter project. Mark Croucher painted the mini cliff face for me. That was brilliant, Mark. Thanks for that. I've gone without the glasses, so I don't wear glasses, not really, do I? No cliff. So it's been quite a build. Oh, also not forgetting Graham at Bucks Composites for the advice on the fiberglassing and the supply of the fiberglassing and filler, especially for the fillets. They came out really nice, so really pleased with that. 3D printed a load of parts for this one, of course. The air brakes 3D printed, the pilot, which downloaded off of Thingiverse, the tow release downloaded and modified off of Thingiverse. In fact, the pilot's modified too. What else did I 3D print? There was something else. Oh, the rudder servo mounting, which went in really nicely too. As my elder brother suggested, it looked like a toilet for a doll's house. That aside, thanks guys for watching. Stick around for the Maiden Flight. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because it's going to be epic, of that I'm sure. Whether it's going to be on the slope or aerotowed remains to be seen. But for now, it's still in pristine condition, and let's hope in a year's time it's still in pristine condition. Cheers guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. In fact, give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the whole series. 25 in all. So one a week. I missed 1 week, so that's 24 weeks, which is half a year. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Maiden. Cheers.